And greetings, everyone. Welcome to quite possibly the strangest Brony debates topic I have done so far. Hopefully the strangest one that I will ever do. We are still celebrating the birthday of the gorgeous Princess Heather Blossom, who's with us tonight. How are you doing, Heather?
I'm doing all right. More birthday, please.
Yep. Well, yeah. I'm glad one of us enjoys our birthday. Anyway, yeah, so we're gonna talk about this thing that you showed me early on in our friendship, really. I think it was like 2016 you first told me about the Husbando list, and 2017 when you actually showed it to me, and it contains some of the most unhinged picks that could possibly be imagined. So I don't even know what kind of debate this is going to be outside of me just telling you you're wrong a lot.
Here, let me do a little bit more exposition for the chat here. For those of you who don't know what a husbando is, it's what a waifu is to you. I am allowed to have male characters that I simp for because I have needs as a human being, and there are just some characters I fawn over, okay? And so today I want to go over here, at risk of being horny on main, and give you my hear me out statement, okay?
And after this, I'm going to send this stream to some psychologists, and we're going to have you analyzed and studied for science. I hope I get some money out of it.
Okay, so if anyone in the chat is interested in joining this Discord call or has to, like, bring up a specific point about one of the husbandos, Brawny, why don't you tell them about the call-in server?
Indeed, there is the call-in server, which we are talking in right now. So all you got to do is click the link at the top of the description, and it'll bring you into the Discord server where you can then raise your hand and say, you know, tell us what you want to say, and I'll give you permission to join the call. You can say what you're going to say, and then I'm going to kick you out of the call. It'll be fun. But anyway, we're very grateful to everybody who supports the show, especially those on the $10 and up tier, such as Heather herself. There's also Shady Oak, Autoknight, Emerald Spencer, Senko, DJ, Rain, Billy, Alden, Kanto, Mr. Sonic, Alicia, Calbeck, StarChaser, VentureCorp, Willyzin, Icanus, Vulpecula, the Raptors Talon, Jimmy, Jay Yoshi, and Dark Malcontent. You can check out all their links in the description. They make some pretty good stuff as well as what you can get in return for supporting the channel. Those links, those are two separate link trees in the description there. And with that out of the way, let's talk fictional shipping, starting with Meta Knight.
I feel like I don't have to explain this one. I mean, are you serious? He's a man in shining armor. He is mysterious, and Kirby right back at you. They gave him a Spanish accent. What's there not to get about this?
Okay, firstly, man in giant quotation marks there, Heather. This is a beach ball.
What do you call that? What do you call that voice?
This is a beach ball with googly eyes on it.
No, that's what Kirby is.
Well, they're both the same species, okay?
Look, I'm just saying. Personality-wise, he is just stunning. He is charming. He is noble. He is a freaking knight. It's in the name. Meta Knight. Not a beta, not an alpha, a meta, okay? Not even sigma.
Okay, so firstly, you specified specifically Kirby right back at you. You have made me suffer through at least 30 episodes of that show. I have yet to see him do anything except go, Kirby has now become Sword Kirby, or something stupid like that.
He is, excuse me, that is so useful for him. He's got to let Kirby do his own shit. To be fair, Kirby is the show's own MacGuffin. He is able to do anything and everything. Why does freaking Meta Knight need to do anything?
Well, then what makes him good?
He's awesome, and he has a cool sword named Galaxia.
At that point,
he's always trying to do his best. Like, everything he does is with a freaking purpose.
At this point, he has less going for him than Princess frickin' Celestia. At least Princess Celestia has history and has actually done things on screen.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? He was a Star Warrior. He has way more history than she does. You would at least have to say they're on equal playing fields, these two. Actually, that's a good character comparison video idea.
Well, then put that one down on your list. You've been coming up with good ones, good video ideas all day. So yeah, no, I have, like I said, I'll say it again. I have never seen Meta Knight do anything except exposit the transformation that Kirby just had.
Remember when he disguised himself as a penguin?
I don't know if you showed me that episode.
Remember when he raced in a race, but because he had to be loyal or like show face for freaking King DDD, he had to sabotage Kirby's car?
So he's a villain.
Remember when he built him a car?
So he has done nothing. He has done nothing to help the plot, is what you're saying here.
Nah, he's just gotta freaking be low key, undercover. He specifically said, like, I pledged my loyalty to DDD just so I could be near him because he likes summoning monsters. And I knew if monsters were getting summoned to the kingdom, eventually another Star Warrior would come to stop them. So he was trying to, like, rebuild the Star Warriors here.
Star Warrior...
At least he had active plans. At some point, Celestia was just like, okay, you do whatever, I guess. I don't care. Maybe take over my job. Be fucking lazy about it.
So Star Warrior headquarters is like, okay, we sent Meta Knight, supposedly our best guy, to take care of...
I think this was after, like, the Star Warriors kind of got, like, nearly killed to extinction. So he just was kind of, like, going off vibes for this.
Okay. Well, to finish my thought, it sounds like, you know, they were like, okay, we sent our greatest warrior ever, but he's just kind of sitting on his hands. So now we got to go send a baby to clean up his mess.
No, yeah, that's not how it works. That just goes to show how much you were paying attention. The Star Warriors were brought to the brink of extinction, leaving Meta Knight and a few scattered others that were still around. Meta Knight thought for the longest time he was the last of the Star Warriors, so he needed to find a way to find others that would eventually awaken. And of course, the only way he could do that is if he pledged his loyalty to DDD to make sure the guy who keeps summoning monsters would have someone nearby, because if you're summoning monsters, eventually a Star Warrior is gonna fucking show up.
Alrighty then. I do remember one episode where another Star Warrior showed up, and he was like some old hillbilly with a stupid mustache and bare feet.
They left him on a fucking island. I don't really care for that one. There was also an episode that we didn't get because, like, I don't know, it's hard to find, where there was like 3 other Star Warriors.
Yeah.
That were kind of like Meta Knight, but I didn't get to see that episode.
Someone in the chat here who said it was Rusty, saying in all caps, Meta Knight has over 30 years of video game lore. I don't know anything about the video games.
I know a little bit.
The video games aren't canon. I have no idea what I'm saying.
That wouldn't make any sense.
Let's move on here. Okay, Vengon from Max Steel. Now, this is, I'll give you this, Heather. He's Tone, but he's got the stupidest mohawk I've ever seen and no face.
Ronnie, look, you're going to find a running theme with a lot of people on the list.
I am well aware of the theme.
You got a mask, you got a fair chance.
I wonder how long it'll take the chat to notice the theme here. But, okay, so what is the appeal of Vengon?
Very stoic warrior loner type, and like it's just easy to get with. You're just like, oh yeah, I'm all about cracking his freaking shell. Want to get up all in it. He's also like the last of his species. He wants to procreate with somebody. Just saying.
Didn't he say he had a wife?
No, what?
No.
No. He doesn't have, honey, he's the last of his species. His planet got destroyed. There's no more chicks for him.
Oh, okay. I must have had him confused with some other character.
Yeah, he has some guy that trained him who's like an intergalactic cowboy or something.
Interesting. So, I know I watched Max Steel with you, but it was a very long time ago. I don't remember everything. He was trying to kill the main character, wasn't he?
Initially, he was working as a bounty hunter for like an intergalactic council that wanted to stop the Ultralinks. The Ultralinks are the bad guys, and technically, one of the characters, Steel, is an Ultralink, but he's on the good side. So he was, of course, hunting down an Ultralink, and of course, he just happened to pick the wrong one. He eventually came to an understanding that Steel wasn't trying to, like, destroy planets like the rest of his species, so Vengon eventually came around to their side to stop Makino.
Okay. So, and for the few episodes this guy was in, and you're attracted to him because he is just a loner type? Like, what exactly?
There's a specific archetype that he hits that opens it up to scenarios that are very, very appealing. And also, he's, like you said, he's very toned. He's very secluded. There's a mystery about it that sparks your curiosity. You want to know more about him. You already know he's kind of got a sad backstory, so seeing that he's the strong silent type, he likely hasn't had anyone to exposit to or talk about his problems to, to really unearth all the trauma that he has. And that speaks to a lot of people, me included.
Interesting. I have a feeling I'm going to have...
The Mohawk, I can't defend. It is kind of silly. The Mohawk is silly. I'll give you that.
Like, I wasn't even sure it was a Mohawk. It kind of looks like a rhino horn.
I'm pretty sure it's a Mohawk. I can see where it flicks off a little bit. Looks like hair. That's a Mohawk for sure.
Gojillion saying, apparently I'm not the only one who knows this Max Steel show. Yeah, this is one of Heather's favorites.
Yeah, it's a good show. I will fully admit, it's not good. A lot of shit going on with that. And it gets worse. Like, I loved the 2-season series that I showed you, but then they go on to that, and it's like a team, Max Steel, and all this other shit. And then Vengon never shows up again after the series I showed you. He just doesn't show up anymore, and I hate it. And
the list does get worse. We're still in Max Steel, and we get Toxon, who was...
Scroll down to Toxon.
Yeah, by far the worst of the villains. I mean, well,
there was way worse villains that weren't nearly as interesting. He's got a funny voice. He has an obsession with the plastic goldfish. There's just so much to freaking like about him. He's hilarious. He's the best, one of the best villains I love to see around. Like, it's way better than that one freaking, like, the guy who was one of the main villains, who was, like, the CEO who, like, killed or thought he killed Max's dad. And his secretary, I hate that character way more than you could ever hate Toxon. He's just so much more annoying. There's a lot more annoying characters in Max Steel outside of Toxon. Toxon was always fun. Always fun, and that's what I liked about him.
I don't remember him looking as good in the show as he does in this picture that you've pulled up here.
Well, this was definitely, like, promotional art for the series. And look how cool, like, his freaking abilities are. He has, like, these freaking toxic Wolverine claws.
I don't remember the toxic Wolverine claws either.
He used them. He definitely used them. You just don't remember it because
I just remember him polluting everything he touched.
He definitely did that. I think also his backstory is a bit something to talk about. He was someone who was obsessed with making, like, perfect things, like a perfectionist who was into making something great and being recognized for it. He did have a disregard for human life, and that's what ended up getting him fired, and he was really pissed off about that, so he tried to sabotage the company afterwards, and then ended up, I believe, on accident, Max Steel, like, pushed him into a vat of toxic waste, and he, like, got Joker-fied, and, like, yep, there it is.
Yeah, because so what exactly endears you to this guy? Because he's insane. He cannot hold a conversation. He takes his moral compass from it was either a plastic fish or a dead fish that lives in the.
It was a plastic golden. It was a plastic orange fish, and specifically, it was a particular kind of plastic orange fish. Like, he knew this freaking little plastic fish so well that he could tell, like, when they tried to give him a fake one time because his fish went missing, and he, like, freaking held the world hostage for this fucking fish, and they tried making a new one. They just they gave him one, and he was just like, oh, is this my fishy? I can't hear him talking, because in his head, the fish is like a genius that talks. He was just like, wait a minute, his eyes are off by a centimeter. This isn't my fish, and they had to actually find the fish in the garbage cans because they had thrown it away.
Oh my god! Yeah,
I think I could get on board with him because I'm like, hey, yeah, I like goldfish too. Also, like, you know, we can have a Joker Harley thing going on. He's freaking insane, and I'm a little bit crazier for being into him.
Yeah. Okay, so so far you like crazy people in masks.
Yeah, essentially. I like that. I'm looking in the chat, and I'm so happy that I'm not the only one who's watched this show, because I bring up the show, and everyone's like, what are you talking about? And I'm like, you haven't watched this, Max Steel? And people in the chat are like, oh yeah, and the fish was voiced by this guy. And I'm like, holy shit, there are other people who have watched this show.
Yeah. Let's see here. Battleship. This was the plan for this week. I was going to email you. I saw your email. I'm going to email you back after this stream. Anyway. Then we move on to Squidward.
Honey, you can't call every alien Squidward and hope it sticks. The one species I think you can call Squidward and it makes sense is the fucking villagers from Minecraft.
Sure. But anyway, okay, so Garrus Varkarian. And I
Vakarian, thank you.
Okay, so yeah, Cosmic Spirit, what are we talking about today? Brain rot, that's what we're talking about. Oh, all right.
This is my big hear me out debate where I put out forth all my fictional men that I'm into, and you can judge me, but I'm not wrong.
Except you...
There's nothing wrong with this.
There's something Freudian about this.
What do you mean Freudian?
Okay, so Blood Archer saying there's the badass. So, why Garrus?
There is so much. I could go on for days about Garrus. Garrus was my first real love. But, so you get to know Garrus. You should know from Mass Effect, a big thing, a famous selling point for Mass Effect was that there was paramour routes, meaning you could date characters in the game while you're also going on this harrowing mission to save the universe. Garrus was someone who was with you, if you played your cards right, from the first game to the last. He is your best freaking friend. Even the people who don't romance him, like just dudes playing the game being like, yeah, I love Garrus. Garrus is my best friend. He is hilarious. He's kind of a dork. We love him, though. We love him for it. And every chick I know is fucking crazy for this guy. Any chick who plays Mass Effect is crazy for this guy. And look at him. Immediately you're like, what do you see here? I mean, I'm a weirdo, and I like reptilian-based species in games. For some damn reason. I couldn't explain to you why I like lizards and all that so much. Though I think his race is supposed to be more closely related to birds. But, yeah, he has a long-standing relationship with you. You can't even romance him until the second game. And that's after you've formed a long friendship with him, which makes sense for his character. He talks about, like, experiences he's had with women in the past, and he doesn't seem really to be the one for, like, a one-night stand with somebody random that he doesn't know or respect. So it makes sense not until the second game that you got to romance him, though I'm sure the only reason they really put that in is because they heard about how much fans liked him so much from the first game. He's kind of like, he was someone who went from, like, So he starts as an office with CSEC, which is like the Citadel's version of their local police form. And he was a cop who really played it by the book, though he always kind of dodged regulations in a way. You're going to meet him in the game if we keep playing. But he ends up going, like, in the complete other direction, like vigilante shit when you go, like, in a coma for 2 years. And some shit happens to him, as you can clearly see. You go through a lot with him. You really build a relationship with this character. There's so much to go into, and I won't go much further with, but the point is, you build a relationship with this guy to the point he breaks a lot of the rules here. Like, he gets a little bit crazy toward the end, but he's not crazy like the rest of my picks, and he has, like, a monocle, but he doesn't wear, like, a mask like I have everyone else going on. He's very real.
If anything, he needs a mask the most.
Hey, I'm not going to make him feel ashamed. It was kind of my fault.
Emerald Spencer says, good lord, I didn't know Garrus looked like that.
Excuse me, this is right after he had a rocket launched at his face, okay? He's not going to look his best.
I don't think the scar is what the problem here is.
You shut your mouth about my man.
Raptor's Talon says, so you like grasshoppers.
You're a grasshopper.
That doesn't make any sense.
I hope it doesn't.
Dirty Harry Potter saying, I am judging you and there is something wrong with you, but there's something wrong with all of us. Do not lump the rest of us in with her. He also says you're a scaly.
Look, this is the hear me out. Hear me out. This isn't even a hear me out with Garrus. He's just a great guy. He's hilarious. He's a dork, but he's always at your side. He's fucking loyal. This is the healthiest relationship I would have on this list. He's one of the few ones that isn't a bad guy.
This is what's fascinating about female psychology, right? Because when guys say hear me out, you're about to like get the most conventionally attractive woman, right? And there may be some minor variances in like body types and personality, and on the very rare end you'll get like ponies or just someone who's massively overweight for some reason. But then whenever we ask that question, I have seen this trend among women, Heather, is we get things like this, like Toxon, or villains, horrible people, and freaking...
Look, Brawny, I need a bad boy sometimes. I spent my whole life playing by the rules, doing what everyone told me to do, always doing the right thing, and I am constantly always doing the right thing. I'm sorry I want to just go on the dark side sometimes. Fuck everyone else, let the world burn, and I'm gonna fuck someone hot on top of it.
I have seen several women thirst after Gil from Finding Nemo, a literal fish.
What? It just goes to show how bad it can get. I did like Gil, but I don't want to fuck him.
Women will post things like that and then wonder why every civilization has strictly freaking regulated their autonomy for the entirety of the human race.
Wow, you're getting into some topics where you're not going to want to tread, bitch. Anyways, here's something you can probably stomach.
All right, but at least, okay, so real quick, at least,
you're right. This is the first human being.
Yeah, Garrus, at the very least, loyal. I guess I can respect that. He is somehow manages to be uglier than me, but at least he's got a respectable character. This does not, though. This is not a respectable character.
Oh my god, at least it's a human guy.
I guess, but what self-respecting ninja carries nunchucks, for God's sake?
You do.
Firstly, I'm not a ninja. Secondly, I'm not self-respecting. Thirdly, I know they're bad weapons.
Well, yeah, I won't deny you that. It's all for aesthetic with this guy. I just wanted a ninja bad boy. Is that a wrong thing? Is that so wrong? I just wanted somebody to like hold up a katana with fresh blood on it and be like, "Hey, baby."
I think, Heather, I think if you actually saw that in real life, you would be terrified. I don't think...
I'd kind of chuckle because I'd be like, I saw this guy.
Okay, and because...
I'm not... don't bring me with the argument of, like, if in real life this happened. Oh, yeah, in real life, I'm gonna meet a guy dressed in all white who's a fucking ninja, Brony. That's gonna fucking... This is outside of the realm of possibilities. This is outside of reality, Brawny. I have no illusions that anything I can imagine with these characters is ever going to manifest into reality. You have to completely just check that at the door. This is not about what can or can happen or how I would actually react in an actual situation. In reality, I'd probably kick Storm Shadow's ass, okay? Let's go with that. How about that? No. Anyways... He's a conventionally attractive ninja Japanese man. I've been a weeb most of my life. There we are. Here it is. This is not hard to understand.
Oh, Seer Dragnia says, "Oh, I missed the start." Okay, so real quick recap. So far, the list is Meta Knight, Vengon, Toxon, Garrus, and Storm Shadow.
Seer, if you want to get in here and try to help defend me. By all means.
Click the Seer, if you want to join, click the link at the top of the description. It's a Discord link. It'll take you to the call-in server, and I'll let you in. Anyway, and then you get his mortal enemy. So you're just asking for trouble at this point, right?
What if they wanted me at the same time? That'd be such a boost to my ego and be so
Storm Shadow would kill you. He would kill the both of you. He would kill you just to piss off Snake Eyes.
You know, you have a point. He might. That's kind of cool, though.
How is that cool, Heather?
It's awesome that I invoke such emotion.
Oh, jeez. I don't even know how to...
You're not getting into my psyche.
I cannot.
Snake Eyes, if we want to break down Snake Eyes, it's also the appeal of being with a ninja who's badass and stuff, but he's actually got good intentions and is a good guy. So, you know, and also he doesn't talk, so there's the mystery will never end.
One of these days, you're gonna want advice or something, or some kind of like verbal feedback, and you're gonna turn to Snake Eyes, and he's gonna sign language at you, and you're not gonna know what'll happen, what he's saying, and you're just gonna regret all of your life's decisions.
Well, that's just kind of fucked up, Brawny. Like, if you date someone like that, of course you learn sign language. Also, you think this guy can't write?
He writes in Japanese. He writes exclusively in kanji.
He writes in Japanese. What's up, Emerald?
Chat wouldn't give me the right format to this, but the conversation really just went Brony saying he would kill you, and you went, kind of hot.
That's kind of hot. Yeah. The next one is like shoving guns in my face, and I'm into it.
Okay, and Seer says, "Let me in. Let me. Okay."
He's like, "Let me in. Let me in."
Seer, you are now able to join the. Oh, there she is. I'm gonna get it now.
There we go. Seer. So hear me out, Seer. Seer, are you with me?
I am here.
I'm
here.
So, like, just to recap.
Hold on, real quick, everybody. This is Seer from Heather's streams last night. She's been joining us recently, attached at the hip to Emerald Spencer. So yeah, just a little introduction right there. But yeah,
let's do a brief recap here. Of what we've gone through. So we've gone through number 1, Meta Knight from Kirby. Yay or nay?
Based.
Based? Did you just come onto my show and say based? I'm the based.
Number 2, you probably don't know this guy. It's Rein-Kun from Max Steel. Muscular arms, wears a mask, mohawk, so that's, kind of whatever which way you go with that. Silent type, the last of his species. He needs to procreate with somebody. Has a lot of trauma he definitely has unloaded onto no one. What do we say?
I need to see the picture first.
All right, let me
honey, scroll up to the picture.
I'm scrolling.
Yes.
Scrolling. There it is.
There he is.
I'll bet you he's hideous under that mask. I'll bet you he looks like me.
He's got like 5 eyes, so chances are.
All right, let's see.
I like a good mask. You can keep it on.
That's maybe.
So maybe.
I kind of like the armor. I'm a bit into the armor, so I can't say.
I don't even think
much.
that's armor.
So, well, okay.
It's totally armor. It's a bulletproof vest.
I'll be entirely honest. You know how I talked about Elden Ring the other night? I'm a bit of, and let's just say armor fucker. All right, I like the armor. So
armor is pretty hot.
You're gonna get chafed.
The outfit. Yeah, I know.
We got lotion.
You're gonna get
fine.
You're gonna get tetanus.
I don't care for the I don't care for the mohawk, but the rest of the outfit looks pretty cool. His physique doesn't look bad, so I'm gonna say that's a pass. That's if we're going smash or pass, smash.
Yeah. All right. So third one, same series, Toxon. This'll get your armor fucker ass. Roll it down, honey.
Absolutely.
100%. He's crazy too.
He will literally give you cancer with a one-night stand.
Cool. He might. That's kind of his thing. Not cancer, but being toxic and shit.
We're here for a good time, not a long time.
Yeah, that's fair. See, that's fair. That's fair. That's what we're talking about. All right, number 4, easy one, Garrus Vicarian.
I have never seen this man in my life. Give me one moment to look at him.
It's from Mass Effect, so you build like a relationship with him and all that. He's kind of he's your friend through every single game. He's I went into like such a tirade about like how this is so easy to understand. He is loyal. He's been there for you. He's been your friend for a long time. He's great with a sniper rifle. He took a rocket to the face for you. That's why he's got that bandage and looks really fucked up. But the point is,
see, I've never played nor have I seen anything for Mass Effect, so I don't know any of like the lore stuff. So I'm going purely based on physical appearance.
You have to be like me and kind of like the reptilian thing.
I'll give you a little.
I will say there.
I'll give you a little spoiler. I'll give you a little spoiler, Seer. You know, especially because you're into armor. I guess I could. What I can tell you is under that armor, I'll just say he is the Mass Effect.
He is large. He is jacked. That's what you're trying to say.
I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I kind of want to die right now, so I'm just saying whatever.
I will also say
I can see it.
He goes from good cop to vigilante.
Silent type. Is he like the strong silent type?
A bit. He went from good cop to vigilante in the course of like 2 games.
Okay, I kind of like that.
I gotta say, I hate the design. I hate the design of that.
He's got daddy issues.
I hate the design of his armor. How are you going to be able to turn your head in that whatever is around his neck?
He actually can't help that. They actually have like a ridge on their body that's like that.
Weird. Yeah, and he's supposed to be an expert with a sniper rifle. How does he lay down flat?
Yeah, I've seen him do it, and it does look weird.
For this guy, I would say a pass for me, but I won't begrudge you him. He's not bad.
Oh, yeah. He's freaking... He learned how to dance for you. He does that kind of dancing where he dips you at the end.
Oh, that's cute.
It's hot. I love it.
I love that a lot. Paladin saying, Brawny, you have no taste, and Dirty Harry Potter saying, oh my god, go to horny jail now.
Hey, we haven't decided by sentencing. Okay, moving on. Number 5 went over. It's just Storm Shadow from G.I. Joe. It's just a ninja. He's the bad guy. But come on. I'm a weeb. I'm a woman.
So, Seer, do you want the bad ninja or the good ninja? Or the worst ninja?
He's not a ninja.
Okay, these two guys. So I like the guy in black more. I like the mask and visor. I like that look more.
Oh, dude, and you know what's great about him? He's literally the strong silent type because they shredded his vocal cords. He can't talk.
Okay, well, I don't like that part, but I do like the strong silent type. I like that.
I was about to say, wow,
so far what I'm getting out of this stream is women are like, okay, I want a man, but I don't want to look at him, and I don't want him to talk.
I don't want you to say anything. I don't want you hide your face. Perfect man. Perfect man. I'm gonna get like a stick figure of a man. Like, what would
being able to take it all off and see what's underneath.
Yeah, but then what if you don't like it?
I mean, we can kind of see already. That's skin tight right there. I think I'll like
what you see. Heather had a good few years to like get used to the look of my face, and but like I guarantee you, if I pulled the mask thing right, and she never saw my face, and then she gets to know me real good, and then she moves in here, or she just catches me off guard, and I don't have a mask on, she would not marry me. That would be the end of it. It'd just be an utter travesty.
You are simply selling yourself short, Brony, because you are not ugly, despite what you think.
I speak only in objective truth.
It's all in your head. We're not talking about the way you look. Just scroll down. We're talking about Red Hood now from Batman. And freaking Emerald had to come in here with my Red Hood helmet on with the fedora on top, and I'm just like, get out of here with that.
Emerald, you trying to steal my girl? I'll kill him.
So let's get into Red Hood. Are you familiar with Red Hood?
Okay, so once again, we've got verbally and physically abusive, mentally traumatized. He doesn't even need to wear a mask. He's actually got a nice face.
Yeah.
Which, and he's ripped. He's got guns.
Yeah.
So basically, it's not safe for you, and you would not be safe in this guy's presence.
No, you would not.
He got brought back from the dead.
Though. Yes, he did.
Daddy issues?
Oh, absolutely.
Those are hardcore. He's Batman gone bad. We all want that.
Essentially.
Yeah, I mean, how could you get this wrong?
Cobra Commander? Really?
We're not there yet.
I couldn't help but notice that one. I couldn't help that.
Look, Cobra Commander's my baby girl, okay? I swear, in the original 80s show, I feel like they drew, like, the model they drew him from was a woman. He's got very ladylike hips, these slender legs and shit, to the point where I'm like, that's my baby girl.
Oh, great.
Protect.
Protect.
Great. Save.
My fiance's a closeted lesbian. Frick.
Shut your mouth. You can't look at all the men I've lusted after and say I'm gay.
Most
100%.
of these aren't even men. Like frickin' Garrus.
Wait, there's like 2 men right
That's a
there.
robot. That's an alien. That's a beach ball.
Hey, Toxon used to be a man.
Okay.
But I will say, I like Cobra Commander purely for, like, comedic reasons.
Okay. Back up to Red Hood here real quick.
Yeah.
Why Red Hood?
Going in order. I'm sorry. I couldn't. I love that comment. I have to say something.
It was really funny. Red Hood, yeah, it's a lot of what we gone over. He was a good boy, gone bad. I mean, he was always kind of like a little bit, not exactly freaking Batman, but he goes bad. He gets brought back from the dead, has issues with Batman that I feel like could realistically be resolved through therapy, which he's not gonna get. So that's where I come in. I'll give you a shoulder to cry on.
With Red Hood, we do have to ask the question, you know, was he right? Because Batman never.
That's actually a debate. That is a live debate where it's like, yeah, like you can't really get rid of crime, but you can control it. And I can understand it, but then some people are like, he just reinvented the mafia where he controls the crime and kind of makes it dignified. That's just what the mafia did.
Right, but we're like, hey, he needs therapy, and it's like, well, does he though? I mean, at a certain point, is the anger not justified?
Yeah, he was particularly upset that Batman didn't avenge him, and I'm like, to a degree, I would be kind of pissed off if you kind of would just let the guy who murdered me just, like, go to jail and stuff, when you could have just put him out. Like, I might have been like, what the fuck, man?
Yeah.
That sucks.
I mean, it's understandable, right?
Anybody that even really thinks about raising a hand to you, Heather, isn't going to live much longer.
It'll be tragically romantic.
Exactly.
You want to be, like, I will admit, a lot of it has to do with how he makes you feel, but you gotta be, like, a certain kind of person that cracks his shell and gets him to open up to you. You want to be that person because that is a strong person that's worth value. And I just I want to know so much more about him. I want to know how did he get from the freaking Lazarus pit back to Gotham? There's so much I want to ask. And he's a very interesting character. I was in love with Batman Under the Red Hood, the movie. Like, people have ranked it #1 on all animated Batman movie lists for a reason. It's dramatic, it's fascinating, and you really get endeared to his character. Like, I think this is one of the more understandable ones. I think the only healthier one that you might understand better was the Garrus Vicarian one, but Red Hood is like another one that you can understand. Because he's not a bad guy, he just does bad things.
Alrighty then. Now let's talk about Cobra Commander.
Like I said, he's my baby girl.
I'm gonna have to leave you on this one.
No, it's fine. Look, that's my baby girl, and I must protect him. I want to protect him, and I want to help him conquer the Earth because, it would just be great. I want to be the freaking knight in shining armor for him. I want to be the one that helps him get to the top.
You see, this is the one that I understand. This is the one that I understand the least, Heather, because of the voice. How can you love something with this voice?
That's a part of it, though. I think it's funny. That's also another reason that might get you on the list. I think conceptually he's so funny that I love him. He's just hilarious.
He comes home from a long day of trying to take over the world and getting his butt kicked by the G.I. Joes and goes, Heather, I need to talk to you about my
Honey, we cannot hear you.
Heather, I need to talk to you about my feelings.
Okay, honey. Well, what do you want to talk about? What happened today?
My pimp cane got broken by the Joes.
Oh, honey, I'm so sorry. That was custom made. We'll have to go get it sent to the.
Like seriously, Heather, he carries a pimp cane.
I love that for him. Like when he gets all dramatic with the capes and the shit, it's hilarious.
Or consider the other end of the spectrum, right? Like let's think about Resolute, okay? One dude was like, "Hey,
he had such good voice acting in that."
Oh god, see if I can remember how he sounded in that one. I can still do that voice. It
was actually really cool. It was actually really cool.
Yeah, because here's what I'm getting at, right? A dude just informed him, "Hey, the laser needs 3 minutes to recharge," and he cuts the guy's throat. Okay, you better make sure dinner's on the table when that guy gets home. And you better make sure, it's exactly what he was in the mood for, because he sure as frick didn't tell you, because you're just supposed to read his mind, because like you said, he's a girl.
Realism into it.
You're darn right I'm bringing realism in, and then he goes, "Get this.
This is all fantasy."
And then he goes, "Get this trash off my deck." That's what you want, Heather?
After deck? Honey, you don't understand. In this scenario, I am also a strong confidant. He wouldn't treat me like this. And what did I tell you about freaking trying to make it real and how I'd react realistically in a particular situation? It's dumb. It's stupid.
There's nothing. Of course, I don't understand, Heather. There's nothing to understand. It's dumb.
You don't understand
Your
anything.
fantasy
You're an
is
idiot.
dumb.
You don't understand. Why wouldn't I want an evil man who'd burn the earth to the ground for me? That's what I'm looking at. A good guy will like freaking try to save you, but he'd probably give you up if it meant the world was going to explode. The villain would be like, "Fuck it, I got a moon base. Fuck the world. Let's go."
Alrighty then.
All right, let's move on. This isn't even half the list, man.
Yeah, we're gonna be at this for a while, and yet another guy with no frickin' face.
He has a face. It's just under his ski mask.
What is it about Beachhead that you like so much?
You know, it's
He's
kind
a
of
very standard military guy. That's what that is to me. Very standard military man.
No, that's exactly the point. Because sometimes I get tired of like the ninjas and the big evil head leader and stuff. Sometimes I just want a solid dude, and I gotta say, freaking Beachhead delivers.
Man.
He's a little above average, but he's humble.
Well, average military
he had an accent.
Man.
He had a southern accent. Yeah. He had a southern accent in the show, and I'm all about accents. Those are hot. So, and he wore a mask for me. He wore that for me. So, this one's just like kind of like when I'm in the mood for something a little more wholesome,
Yeah, he's just very like standard. He's like very middle.
He would bring me home to his mom.
Yeah, probably.
He's the kind of guy that's like, "You gonna meet my mom? She's gonna make the best pie you ever had, girl." And I'm like, "Thank you. Are we gonna go in your pickup truck?" And he's like, "Hell yeah, girl. You wanna jump around in the bed?" And I'm like, "Hell yeah, I do."
Heather, this guy's gonna make you do so many push-ups, and you can barely even do push-ups.
Oh, eat my dick with the push-ups.
I remember this dude from one episode you had me watch where they were like giving them like training. And he's just like on everybody's case. Oh my god!
He's like drill sergeanting him. That's his fucking job.
Oh frick! Okay, so Jay Yoshi saying for a lot of women it's the appeal of, but what if I was the only person he doesn't abuse?
Yeah, the exception. That's the appeal is the thought of being the exception, that this person treats everybody else horribly, but there's this one exception, this one person that they treasure, that they absolutely adore. That is the appeal.
Oh yeah, who doesn't want to feel that fucking special?
Exactly.
I'm special.
Oh, let's see here. Emerald says, Heather is special. The question is what special actually means.
Specially equipped to whoop your ass, you talk so much.
Okay, Nightwing.
It's kind of the same thing as Beachhead. That's when I want something a little nicer than Red Hood, something a little more wholesome. Less daddy issues on this one. Not to say there isn't some. There's a little bit. And, there's like kind of a complex inferiority, but he's a nice guy, but he's still a vigilante. You know? You know what's weird? I don't actually have Batman on here.
I don't know.
Honestly, yeah.
Yeah, you know, you get Nightwing.
I like
more
Nightwing. He's nice.
Yeah, he's more wholesome. More wholesome.
I don't think Batman is capable. Well, a bunch of these people aren't capable of love. So
Nightwing is. He totally is.
yeah, he marries Starfire.
Nightwing
Though,
is
so you're officially a homewrecker, Heather.
Yeah, fuck her. Literally.
Go Jillian.
Exactly. Yeah.
Go Jillian saying Nightwing is 100% understandable.
Yeah, Nightwing's just a dude. Just a nice guy. Let's move on. Like, there's nothing to explain there.
All right. Soldier
Absolutely.
76.
Absolutely. Yep, there it is.
Yeah,
Period. End of story. Absolutely.
Receding hairline and all.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This is the guy that's gonna die of a heart attack in the middle of making out with you. Are you at peace with that?
Yes.
Honey, I'm getting older too. I don't care.
All right.
I just saw a sneak peek of the next one, and absolutely, again, our Overwatch characters are hot, okay?
Yeah, they drew him that way on purpose.
Oh, absolutely. They knew what they were doing with Grandpa over here, okay? They knew what they were doing.
Grandpa, I'd like to freak.
So what exactly is it about Soldier 76 here?
Sturdy,
Okay,
noble
again,
man. He's
most of the outfit, good physique, and he's also got a great personality. He's got, like, he's great. I like him a lot.
And can I say, when it comes to Overwatch, he was a character that was just super easy to play, so I spent a lot of time with him, and, you know, he grows on you.
Yeah, he's like the first character that's like the easiest to play and like easy introduced to the game and whatnot. So you get used to him, you get used to his character, like his personality, and you just you grow a bit of an attachment to him.
All right, so answer me this: how are you going to unscrew those hinges so they swing the right way?
I don't fucking know, man.
Oh yeah,
figure it out.
Like I said, this is all in the realm of fantasy outside of canon, so, you know.
Alrighty then. Dirty Harry Potter saying Reinhardt was better.
Yeah, I'm not really into him.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me ask you ladies this. If you have a choice between young Soldier 76 and old Soldier 76, who do you take?
I think I'm too old for young 76. I think he was like mid-20s or something.
Oh, so he's Emerald's age.
Yeah, so maybe Seer can have him.
I would probably do take young Soldier 76, but make him just like maybe a few years older. And that's about it. I like that.
If you made young 76 like closer to my age, like I mean, I like both of them.
Yeah, I mean, I would take both. Fine.
Nico Brerendricht in the chat saying, hey everyone, I hope everyone is having a good day and a healthy evening. My blood pressure's through the roof.
Nothing healthy about what I do.
Nothing healthy about what you do to me. Okay. J. Yoshi says, you can make a drinking game out of this. Take a sip of water for every mask.
You really could.
Oh, that would be so good. You'd be so gone by the end.
I'd finish my screwdriver. Like, I'm absolutely...
Bladder would explode. Emerald says, good lord, I can't afford that armor.
Anyways, I think we've gone over that. Okay, so Hanzo, yeah.
Yes,
absolutely. Okay, here's something I was saying before the stream started. Heather, why? He's a weeb.
Brawny, he's from Japan, you moron. And also, like, this is just me being like a weeby chick myself, okay? He's a ninja with a sleeve tattoo who shows off his tit. What is there not to like here?
Correction, he's not the weeb. His brother is the weeb.
Exactly.
Wait, how is Genji the weeb when he's not?
So, okay. Are you referring to weeb as the, like, kind of person that is, like, into anime and all that kind of stuff specifically? Or just
It was mostly
Japanese
just
people.
It was mostly just a troll because I know darn well he's Japanese, so it doesn't really count. But I was really getting under Heather's skin before the stream, going, "Oh, so he's from Japan? That just makes him a giga weeb."
It's so dumb, but yeah, this is just me being a weeb, being like, oh,
all of that stuff, like the anime, that kind of shit. But Hanzo is the more like traditional Japanese man. He's on the more traditional, I guess you could say maybe conservative side.
And Emerald says, Brawny, this is who our girls would leave us for the stream. Yeah, that's very true.
I'm just saying, he ain't being conservative with that nipple.
True.
True. And I've said this on my streams before. There is no other culture on the planet that needs to expose half of the breast in order to do their archery. Like, literally everybody else throughout history has done archery just fine wearing a shirt. I don't know why the Japanese people are just like, need to do that.
Look, he's just a whore, honey. He's just a whore.
Yeah,
Let's just leave it at that.
Hanzo's just a little bit on the whore side. That's okay. We love him.
He's just a little bit of a hoe. It's fine.
Also, back quiver. If he really wanted to be authentic, it'd be on the hip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this is also for video games, so you can't really...
It's all for style points.
Okay, so
yeah,
McCree.
Freaking,
Yeah, so let me tell a story about this real quick here. Is one time early on, well, when I wouldn't even say early on, it was actually a few months before Heather and I actually started dating. And her and I are hanging out with our friend Sweetie Bloom. And she's talking about how much she has a crush on McCree. And starts talking about McCree and describing him. And then there's this pause, and then our friend Sweetie goes, Heather, are you aware that you just described Brawny?
No, that was for Hanzo. That was for Hanzo, not for McCree.
Was it?
It was for Hanzo, yeah, because I was talking about how, like, oh, he's brooding, he's complicated, and Sweetie was like, no, that's him. Because McCree isn't like that. He's a fucking cowboy. He's pretty jolly.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a happy-go-lucky dude. I mean, he gets serious. Like, he hides all that he hides all that shit under the happy-go-lucky.
Yeah,
he's a happy dude.
It was one of these two characters, but anyway, Sweetie goes, are you aware that you just described Brawny? And then Heather responds with, ew, don't make it gay.
Yeah, see? Well, she was making it gay.
Yes, and then it proceeded to get very gay.
If she hadn't said anything, it wouldn't be as gay, but here we are, and it's gay.
So, anyway, why McCree?
Girl, sometimes you just want a cowboy, a little bit country, a little bit rock and roll. You know, it's another one where it's kind of wholesome and fun, and maybe we could go on a horsey ride. I love horses. And yeah, he's got a arm.
He's the guy that would take you out for like a fun date.
He'd take me out for barbecue. I'd eat the shit out of the best briskets and ribs I've ever had.
He'd definitely take you to a bar.
Oh,
it has like like one of those like mechanical bowls and stuff. Yeah, he'd be one of those kind of guys.
Hell yeah, get on that. Yeah, that's what I'm about.
Okay, so Heather, just to let you know, that armor is not like form-fitting. It's like compressing his beer gut into there. He totally has a giant freaking beer gut.
The fandom has been aware of that for a long time. I've seen all the art, Brawny. I'm not afraid of dad bod.
He does have a slight beer gut, I think, but there is an actual skin of him where he's shirtless, if you want to look that up. There's like a beach skin one.
Yeah.
I don't. Thank you for the offer, though. God, if I wanted to see a hairy beer gut, I'd look in the mirror. Okay, Genji, the other Giga Weeb. This guy looks like Psycho Mantis from Metal Gear.
And also incredibly.
Wait, what'd you say?
I like it.
I said also incredibly hot.
What is hot?
I do.
There is nothing there. He is just a robot at this point. This is just RoboCop.
I want to know if the Raboner is there.
Oh, the
I wanna
freaking
know.
Roboner.
This was, you remember when freaking Overwatch had the dating sim? I made Brawny play it on stream. We did it together, and there was a Genji option. And I was all about, like, freaking, I'm like, okay, take your clothes off now. I want to see if there's a dick in there. Come on. I need to know what's going on. What am I working with? And if I can work with it, we can make some magic here.
I really like his Blackwatch skin because he still shows
yes,
his, like,
so
human
much
parts that are still there. It's hot.
I love the Blackwatch skin.
Blackwatch skin is
Okay.
great.
Help me understand. Help me understand. What is hot about this?
It's the look. I don't think you'll ever fully understand because you are not attracted to men. So there's going to be a huge disconnect there. So, like, it's the look of everything. It's sleek. It still looks muscular. It just has a nice look to it. And also, we already know he's strong, especially, playing him in game. He's a strong guy. He's a funny guy because when you get to his personality, it's just he's attractive in general, both physically and his general person.
There's him in Blackwatch.
There's the Blackwatch skin. Yes.
Okay, so how many of his digestive organs does he still have?
I don't know.
I'd have to look at the
heart. Right now, what I'm seeing here is he's got, at the very least, he's got heart and lungs.
Yeah, I think I can't remember the exact lore. I don't know. I think I remember seeing that he can still eat.
Interesting.
I think he can still eat. So I think he does have a digestive tract of some kind.
Okay.
So I think.
I think he just got his legs chopped.
His lower half, for the most part, is gone. Yeah. I don't think he has, legs anymore.
Okay,
but
so there is no Roboner.
There might be. The part of it is that it's a boner, Brawny. They might have given him another boner.
Why though? There would be no use to that.
Stress relief. Give him something. Are you gonna tell me you're gonna cut a guy in half? You put him back together. You don't give him a dick. That's fucked up.
I love Rusty's comment here. Listening to these ladies thirst over fictional psychos while Brawny is hopelessly lost is freaking hilarious. Yes, it is hilarious.
Okay, let's see.
And not all of them
let's move on.
Come on now.
Blue Beetle.
That's just another wholesome one.
This is just Common Rider.
Beetle.
Yeah, Beetles.
Blue Beetle is just nice. He's just a nice guy. He's like he's like Nightwing.
Blue Beetle is a quote-unquote nice guy. He's a Reddit nice guy.
Oh God! Not the Reddit.
Oh, come on! Don't do that. He's not like that. I've seen so many iterations of Blue Beetle. He's usually a pretty alright guy. He's figuring himself out in most of them. He's like Peter Parker. Come on.
Yeah, see, I don't know much about these two characters, to be entirely honest.
You would not know about the Beetle from Ultimate Spider-Man, because Ultimate Spider-Man was a show no one really liked, but I watched it for a bit, and I really liked this guy, because for the most part, he was strong, silent, never said a fucking word, and then the one episode he said something, because he has such a reputation of always making his mark, always getting his hit, never missing a shot. He shot, and he missed, and he goes like, I missed! I missed! He had a fucking Cobra Commander voice. And I love him.
We're continuing the trend of I don't want to look at you and I don't want to hear you talk.
Yeah.
I would pass on
There's gotta be some kind of name for this psychological phenomenon. It is way too common.
Yeah, there probably is.
Yeah. I like to think I understand psychology pretty decently, and then I have conversations like this.
And then you're trapped in a call with two women who thirst over fictional men of varying degrees.
Back to Blue Beetle real quick here is I've seen people play him in the Mortal Kombat games in Injustice games, and every time he faces off against another female, and the woman comes up and she's like, I'm going to crush you into nothingness, and he's like, oh dang, that sounds hot. It's like,
well, he's like, oh my god, he like me. He like me. He's just like me for real.
Brawny knows what he must do now. Owie Zodal!
So hear me out.
There is no hearing you out.
So hear me out.
It's a dog.
It's not a dog. He's a whole bunch of things sewn together. So hear me out. Let's talk about this.
This is definitely hear me out.
Hear me out. I grew very attached to this character because no one would ever talk about him. Like, back in my day where I was trying to do pony analysis stuff, he was one of the big ones I did a character spotlight about because he had such an interesting origination as far as myths go. It was something that, like, I hadn't even heard of an Owie Zodal until he showed up in the show. I feel like he was underappreciated, and My Little Pony did eventually give him his dues. This is an old pick, but I like him in a more wholesome way, you know? And I definitely enjoy, like, a ship fic of him and Daring Do more than I like a self-insert. But yeah, this is my big hear me out. I like him for his personality. He's got kind of the Cobra Commander demeanor through a lot of his showings, and he has a soft spot for cats. Have you seen him with the little pack of cats?
It's not a little pack of cats. Yep. It's like every large jungle wildcat and then a freaking Persian. A Persian house cat.
A tiny little kitten.
I like him. I like him for his personality.
I can't begrudge you him, but I would definitely pass.
Yeah, he's not for everybody, but he's one of the ones for me.
He's not for anybody. Like, I don't get it.
I just disproved you by saying he was one of the ones for me, okay? You can't just freaking ignore the things I say.
Cosmin Spirit says he's more of a cat than a dog. He's interesting because he's based on a real-life mythical creature from Mesoamerica.
See, you get exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah. All right. Kakashi-sensei from Naruto, the show that Heather hasn't even watched.
No, I watched 3 episodes, and game recognizes game. I don't need much more than that. He's brooding. He usually covers up his eye.
Is Heather justified for liking Kakashi? As someone, I am assuming you have seen Naruto. I would be...
Yes, I have.
Okay, I was going to bet a year's salary on you've seen Naruto.
Yeah, I watched most of Shippuden, which is like after like the original just straight Naruto series. So I've seen quite a little bit. I mean, I definitely didn't finish it, but I do know, I do love Naruto, and I do know quite a bit. Also, Kakashi is hot. He is one of the very standard people that people go after for Naruto shit.
Doesn't he spend most of his free time just reading Playboy magazines?
It's like a romance porn story. Yeah.
Okay, so you really want to you really want to go after a dude who well, first of all, you've never seen his face. So you're never gonna find out if he's a good kisser.
He's an anime guy. What else would his face look like other than an anime guy?
You're never gonna find out if he's a good kisser, and he spends all of his time reading porn. So he's just gonna objectify you. Is that really what you want?
Look, let me read the porn and see if I can get on board, okay?
It's more of a funny pastime, to be honest. Like, because he does respect women. You have to give him that. He does respect women.
All right.
Respect women.
I haven't seen Naruto either, so I'm just going off.
Naruto.
Okay, why did you just yell Naruto? Do you have a problem with the way?
Please say it. Say his name correctly.
Naruto?
Say it correctly. Okay, so another one. Hear me out.
Oh, God.
Hear me out on this. Hear me out.
More boners.
Yeah, definitely more
I know it's not there, but it's the same appeal as Cobra Commander. He is giving baby girl vibes. Have you met this guy?
I mean, not only does he... At least Cobra Commander could lead in some capacity. Starscream just has no redeeming qualities. He's just inept at everything he tries to do. You want to deal with that, Heather?
I don't know much about the Transformers like cartoon universe stuff like this, so I can't comment on personality, and I'm not all that into these kind of robots, so I can't say much.
Listen, Seer, Starscream would sell you out for a grilled cheese sandwich that he can't even eat.
Hey, no, it would be for the toast and the butter and the jelly that he's gonna frickin' be smeared all over the place while he's watching his robot porn, okay? Also, did the turbines on his chest not look like nipples?
They do.
Well, I didn't see it until you mentioned it, Heather, the frick! Oh, snap.
I will sexualize a robot.
Skylar Tompkins, it says it's my birthday today, so happy birthday, Skylar. It was Heather's birthday on Friday, and we're still celebrating that, and I'm regretting all of my life decisions.
He turns into a jet, and he could fly you anywhere.
Emerald says Starscream lost to Rainbow Dash.
Hey, he got outclassed. Come on, what can you do?
Pick a better character. Okay, so we got another one who we need to fix the hinges on.
Hey, you don't know. He could be bi. I know he's into men. You don't know if he doesn't like women.
Yeah, originally a lot of people shipped him with Allura. I did ship him with Allura because I thought it was a good ship at the time. But yeah, he's he's definitely a little gay, for obvious reasons, but we don't really know if he has an attraction to women or not. To be entirely
and he's just and this is just another wholesome one. He's just a nice guy.
Hot. He is objectively hot.
He's objectively hot and a nice guy. So I feel like this one has little explanation to it. I like him. Great guy. Strong man. Great leader.
Yes.
I will agree. I can actually see this one. He's no major critiques aside from the obvious.
No notes.
All right.
No notes.
But this, on the other hand...
Hear me out.
Or the other four hands.
Four arms. Talk to me. Hold on. Just hear me out for a second. 4 arms. 1 for each wrist and ankle.
I don't like where this is going.
Look, he's got, you know what? He's like Cobra Commander, but with a better voice. He still kind of sucks at his job. I love General Grievous. He like his interpretations have been awesome to like laughable, and I love that variety in his character. He's so much fun. He's really cool. Like, you can't tell me it wasn't fucking awesome, the freaking 3rd movie when he just came out, all those freaking lightsabers going at once. You can't tell me that wasn't fucking rad.
They, okay, so Dirty Harry Potter says horny jail again.
I was about to comment on that too. Sir, we are already in horny jail. This is horny jail right now.
The only place after this
what the frick am
hell.
I doing? I'm the warden, okay? I guess that's why
yes,
I'm
you
here.
Are.
I'm the
yeah, you are.
Prison guard. Just okay, so listen. And Cosminspiria says, "Oh my God, Grievous." Here's Grievous. I think got done dirty. He was so cool in the Tartakovsky show, and then they just ruined him. He was a coward and just went down so fast in Revenge of the Sith, and then in most of like the Clone Wars 3D show, the Filoni one. He was just running away the whole time. It took me a while to realize that, like, he actually was dangerous and threatening as long as he wasn't dealing with Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah, and Obi-Wan Kenobi was the main character, so you're usually around him. He's freaking... But yeah, General Grievous was so cool. I loved him so much. Personality alone. I'm pretty sure there's not a Roboner there, but I'm willing to look past that.
Okay, so what is it?
Arms to make up for it.
Why do you?
Those
arms are gonna rip you to shreds, and like not in a fun way. Like literally.
Promise. Promise.
Like that's gonna make freaking Smile HD look like PG. That's just gonna be a literal bloodbath. Freaking.
I like Gojillion just quoted right now. So uncivilized.
So, freaking, why Grievous, Heather?
I'm pretty sure I told you why. He just was really just an awesome character. And when I think someone's awesome, eventually I'll probably just become attracted to them.
Okay, so how are you gonna fix him, Heather?
Who's talking about fixing? I don't what?
Frick.
Fix? Fix?
I should have known
mechanic.
better.
What do you want me to fix?
Okay.
I'm not a mechanic.
Loki.
Loki's an easy one. Just bad boy who really just got daddy issues. That's super easy.
Yep. Very easy.
Very easy.
I heard he can turn into a horse.
I won't be exploring that one.
Maybe I know one of his, like in Norse mythology, one of his children is a horse.
That's where Sleipnir came from.
Yep.
6-legged horse.
Okay, and and yet another mask. Why Baron Zemo?
Baron Zemo really appeals
that
to
man
a
looks
sadistic
so
side
gay.
of my. You know, I fucking watched the show, and as soon as he came out of, like, being in prison, he was just dressed all like that, and I'm like, oh my god, that looks like the king of pimps or something.
So slutty. That is so slutty of him.
Oh, he is the sluttiest looking person, and he's not even showing any amount of flesh. You know what's great about him? The mask is fused to his face. This is a Captain America villain. Captain America faced this guy in the war, in World War II, and got a serum, like, stuck to him that stuck a mask to his face.
Oh my god.
And now he's just, like, stuck like this, and he's kind of just making the best of it. Like, yeah, I look like a fucking pimp king or something.
Why does he have the gay snow leopard fur frills on his shoulders?
Look, he comes from a different time.
Brawny? What the fuck?
He is a whore. He is a hoe. He's got that hoe in him. And he is so... Like, and you know what, Brawny? I'll give you this. He would treat me terribly. And I'd be like, oh, no, I must get away. But he'd find me.
God,
judge me all you want. I don't give a fuck.
You should. You should be ashamed.
I don't. I am too late in my life to give a fuck about what anyone thinks about me and what I'm into.
God almighty, I'm just running out of words. Freaking okay, so Jillian earlier, like way earlier, and I didn't get a chance to mention it. He was like, I'm surprised I don't see Loki on this list. And then we got to Loki, and he goes, I was kidding. And
do they know how long this list? There's 50 fucking characters on this list. If I missed one, I'd be shocked.
The Arbiter. Specifically,
hear me out.
Hear me out. Stop saying that.
What that mouth do? What that mouth do?
It eats you, and not in the fun way.
Oh, I sure hope it does. I sure hope it does. It's made for that.
Seer, help me out here. I'm gonna die.
I don't think you want me to say anything.
Okay, Seer, what do you think about Velvedon?
Look at him. He's swole as shit. Guys, he's 7 foot tall. Come on.
Okay,
guys.
So I do like his design, and I do like his concept. I like big buff alien man, and I like the armor, so I don't really have anything bad to say.
That mouth split up a little bit, so, like, you know, it can get around.
You should have known you were not going to get any help from me, Brawny.
I should have.
You should know.
Yeah.
You should have known.
You should have known.
Okay, so now we're getting into the Pride Parade.
This is an old one. Like, I was into Kyoya when I was in high school.
Okay.
So, you know, it was just kind of like intelligent, classy, dark-haired guy.
I got through about 10 minutes of one episode of our in high school host club, and it was one of the gayest things I've seen, and I've been to gay bars. So
very girly, fan pandering anime.
Well, yeah, it's very much for women. Like
Kiryo's a very intelligent one too. So you know that's what it is. It's very simple to understand. Young me wanted a mature, intelligent man to find me interesting.
Okay, I guess that's easy enough to get around. Paladin says, Brawny, you're going to have some fun times with Heather on the honeymoon. At this point, I don't think I'll ever be able to have sex. This is going to... Because, I'm going to... Okay, so we're going to get to the honeymoon, and I'm just going to be like, but is she comparing me to Thelvidom? I can't stack up to Thelvidom! I can't stack up to General Grievous! I don't have 4 arms!
Brawny,
I'm not
you have one thing over them.
Starscream, I can't fly at supersonic speeds. Also, I'm intelligent.
You have also, like, above a lot of these guys, the one thing you'll have over them is that you actually have a dick.
Okay, sure.
Anyways.
Paladin says, you've been to gay clubs, Brawny? Yes, I do. I had to for work once or twice. We'll never ever do it again. There's not enough money in the world. Let's see.
Sure, Brony.
Okay, D-pad. What even is D-pad other than a background character from One Punch Man?
That's exactly what he is. He's
I've
like,
never seen this man before.
I believe he's a C-class hero.
Okay,
a C-class hero, I think.
So another mask.
He's one of the ones, I really liked what I heard about him conceptually, that's why he's on the list, is that he's a popular hero amongst kids because he's video game themed. And that was his whole thing. And I think he had some good voice acting in the show. But he was just kind of fun. He's kind of just a whimsy one where I'd be like, yeah, I'd do it. I'd do it. He's a fun guy.
You don't know anything.
I can play games with him, and also he's a hero. Are you kidding me?
All right, what about Drive
I don't need to explain this one.
Yeah, it's another mask.
I don't need to explain this.
It's another mask. It's another gay
hairdo. I'll be
it's
for
more
real.
Armor. What?
I'll be so real with you right now. I don't remember a thing about this character, but I don't take it back because look at him.
Seer, what do you think about Drive Night?
What's he from again?
One Punch Man, apparently.
Yeah, I believe he's an S-class hero.
Yeah, he's a really big...
Not really my flavor. Not particularly interested in this man, but I won't begrudge you.
I'm pretty sure it's a robot.
He's still nice to look at.
Oh, that makes it even harder.
Alrighty then. Just Heather with the
Skeletor.
robot.
I don't need to hear me out on this. We all know Skeletor is sexy and slutty as fuck.
Yes, because I could imagine having a conversation with this voice all day. Yeah.
You sound kind of more like Mr. Krabs, if I'm being honest.
Mr. Krabs?
But yeah, look at fucking... He is half naked all the time with his abs just out. Little freaking... what is that? A freaking loincloth he wears? Just letting it all hang. You want to know what's under there. I know I do.
Oh, jeez.
He's a whore. He is a hoe. And I am all for that.
Heather wants to know what's under there. Have you ever seen Smurf porn? It's kind of like that.
I've never seen that, so...
Okay, so why black hat?
Dapper. Evil. What? Dapper and evil. What is there to explain here?
What that tongue do?
What? It does a lot of freaky shit. I tell you that. You can't begrudge me this. This was like before Alistair was a thing, so I was getting some of that down.
Okay, and we have yet another mask, but otherwise completely pathetic.
Wimpy baby girl.
And you're attracted to that?
Baby girl.
There is a man that would be absolutely dominated.
And I'm all for it. Sometimes I like to play that card.
So we've gone through 29 people that would absolutely just ruin your life in the worst way possible. And all of a sudden we had a change of heart and we want the guy that's going to be dominated.
Oh, he can ruin my life too. He's evil.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, he's the like inventor. He can make the weird shit.
He's an evil scientist. Yeah, he'll totally fuck up my life, but I'll fuck him up first, and he'll like it.
Brawny can cosplay as Papyrus from Undertale. Speaking of, oh, well, there he is. But, I thought he was,
hey, that's next. Particularly one iteration of him, okay? I'll get to that when I get to it.
So, I can understand Zuko.
Yeah, childhood, edgy, dreamy prince, we're all up for that. Yeah, that hardly requires explanation right there.
Like what else do you need to ask?
Tragic scar, but still conventionally attractive.
Yes.
Yeah.
Danny Phantom. This guy...
That's another one from my childhood.
This guy was just an idiot, though. Like, how are you gonna...
Oh, yeah, I totally understand that in retrospect, but he's a phantom. Danny Phantom. Also, I'd be better for him than his stupid goth friend Sam. She sucked. She was always preachy and annoying.
Heather,
Why couldn't he be with Valerie or me?
I'm gonna ruin him for you, Heather. He is more similar in age and personality to your nephews.
Well, no, he was a teenager when I was a kid, so he's older than me.
Alrighty. That's a good way out of it. Okay. Papyrus from Undertale and Underfell.
No, like, particularly, Papyrus is from Undertale, but I particularly like the Underfell version of him. That's all, like, freaking goth and shit.
Okay,
and evil. It's cool. Look, I have a wall scroll of that picture. Don't look at Fukuro. I have a wall scroll of that picture in my bedroom. That's how committed I am to this one.
Yeah, we do have
really
those
cool.
Hanging
It's
in our bedroom.
Skeletor, but a little more serious.
Okay, so what are you gonna do when he wants to bone?
I'll let him go to the bone zone.
When he wants
obviously.
to bone, Heather. That's the ironic thing is he's got every bone except the important one.
Not from what I've seen on Tumblr. Before they took off the porn.
I do not like the way Cedar laughed just now. That was disturbing.
She's seen it.
Oh, I've seen it.
We've all seen it.
No.
I would hope for money.
Okay, so what the frick is this thing?
I'm not going to explain anything about this.
You mean you're not going to explain anything about it? I don't know what it is. I don't know what Fairy Tail is.
It's an anime.
Fairy Tail? Oh my god, Fairy Tail. I love Fairy Tail. Oh my god.
Heather,
Fukuro was one of those
animes I really got into. I love Fairy Tail so fucking much.
I've been out of it for a long time, but yeah, Fukuro was one of those end of season, like one of the main bosses, and like they end up being good. But yeah, he's just a freaking muscular as fuck man who wears nothing but shorts and has an owl head. Don't ask me why.
Does he have an owl head?
That's
or
not
is
a
it
mask. That is no, legit. That's just his face. That's his head.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Fairy Tail's kind of like that. They've got like weird kind of like I guess like half/demi-human kind of people. So. There's like a wide variety of species of people and whatnot.
Cosmin Spirit says
I know you're jealous of his arms, honey. Look at those pectorals. Look at those biceps.
No, I'd like to be able to actually like reach my back to scratch it, so I'm definitely not jealous of it. Like I do wish I was a little bit more toned, but not this is too much, okay? It's not even proportional. Like, Broly's that jacked, but Broly is proportional. Cosmin Spirit says, a hot owl man, I have mixed feelings.
You know what? Just, like, examine those. Really just stew in them. It's fine. Experiment with it.
Raptor of Rex wants to know, can this dude turn his head like an owl? Well, if it's a natural owl head, probably. The Shredder. The guy,
come on.
You want to date the guy. Explain this? You want to date the guy who actually killed his love interest just over some petty squabble.
That goes to how passionate it was. Also, what if he doesn't kill me though? Come on! Look at him!
Heather is like operating on a completely different intellectual level, right? Like there's a theory in psychology that when your IQ is low enough, you can't understand hypotheticals anymore. And I can understand hypotheticals. I can't understand this one.
I just disregard it. I can imagine myself wrapping myself around that form. There doesn't have to be something logical about it. It makes sense though. Just powerful, hot, evil. What? Wears a mask. Armor? What? How do you not get what I'm into right now?
I'll give you this. He was really cool in Batman
really
versus the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That was like the best Shredder. Outside of the
I
Shredder,
see something in.
outside of the Shredder from the original like Jim Henson movie of the from 1990, that was also the best Shredder.
I'm gonna say Rusty Heraldry said, but Brawny, Heather can fix him. Fix him? I'm not fixing shit. I'm keeping it. I want it that way.
Yeah, she already
I
said she's not a
want it that way.
mechanic.
Crazy.
Paladin
I'm
going,
not a
Brawny, you
mechanic.
do not
I ain't
need to
fixing
understand.
shit.
I do need to understand. It like I have been challenged to understand. And then we get Donatello.
Okay, this is just a wholesome pick. He's like a guy I feel like I knew in high school. And like, you know, it's like a regular romance that proceeds from there. Nerdy guy meets nerdy girl. Come on.
Raptor
He's
Sound
also
says,
just happens to be a turtle.
Raptor Sound says you want to date a jellyfish? I'm guessing he's talking about Cad Bane here.
I don't remember the jellyfish. Cad Bane's not a jellyfish. He's just
Unless
kind
he's
of a
talking
blue
about
alien
Shredder,
dude.
because Shredder is a jellyfish and like an alien in some iterations.
I don't really go with that one. I like the human backstory where him and what's his face, Splinter's master had a past. I like that one.
All right, so tell
It's
us about
Cad
Cad Bane.
He's a bounty hunter in Star Wars: The Clone Wars. I believe he came back in Book of Boba Fett. I didn't watch it, that one, but I love Cad Bane. Like when the bounty hunter season came for Clone Wars, he was a big focus in it, and he was just cool. Like you never learn anything about his backstory. He is always just himself. He is just always, I am the bounty hunter who always wears this hat and always gets the job done. He was just really cool. If you watched him, you would know, yeah, this is just a fun character to follow around. Of course, that made me love him. You want to be the one that this guy calls his girl.
I feel like he's neglectful.
Probably, but I like low maintenance.
That's right. You don't want to ever see or talk to your man. That's
He'll come by to the bar I totally have open on a space station, and every once in a while, then we're a thing, and then he goes off to do his job again. I'm like, okay, back to work. I don't care.
Yeah, he'll come by for a good fuck and then leave, and that's about it.
He'll be like, you want some fuck? I got you blue.
Raptor Salad goes, yet another criminal. I need to run some math and find out the ratio of criminal to non-criminal in this. And do vigilantes count?
In this list?
Where do vigilantes... I have never even seen this thing before. Oh, Tarantulas from Beast Wars.
Hear me out.
Hear me out. Another
so this is
freaking robot.
Have you guys watched Beast Wars?
No.
So he's like Starscream, but even better because his plans were completely under wraps the entire series. He almost freaking upturned the entire thing. He's evil. He's based off spiders. He's really cool. He's a genius. He is undeniably every negative thing you have to say about Cobra Commander. He doesn't have that problem. He is Cobra Commander and Starscream done better.
Okay, but does he have the Roboner?
That's what I'm gonna find out. Do spiders have penises?
I don't freaking know. All I know is that
I don't know the answer to that one.
all I know is that when they get done, they get eaten.
Sometimes, yeah.
No, that's a praying mantis that does that.
Well, no, spiders do it
No,
too.
spiders do that too. Yeah, spiders do that too.
Okay.
Okay,
Cool.
so
well, I would eat him.
What is Quick Strike? Is this a snake?
He's he was like a fusion Beast War. He had a cobra and a scorpion, kind of because the cobra was his tail, and he had a scorpion body. He was really cool, and for some reason, he just had a Louisiana accent for no goddamn reason. He was hilarious.
Okay, so why do you like this guy so much? I have no idea what.
He was hilarious. I just said that. He's hilarious. His design was cool, and he was just fun. He was just really fun. The first thing he did when he popped out into existence is that he found another person that was just like, oh my god, we exist now. What's going on? He's like, I don't know, but I bet I could kick your ass. And he's like, what? He's like, I'm going to kick your ass. And that's the first thing he did.
Raptor of Rex says, no, not Tarantulas. You don't know where he's been.
That's the whole point. Yeah.
Harriman says, Quick Strike the Idiot, the only Predacon less effective than Waspinator. I remember Waspinator. I've only ever watched one episode of Beast Wars, and I remember Waspinator. Waspinator.
Waspinator was annoying. Waspinator I just felt bad for. Quick Strike was way more fun.
All right. Let's see here. The Warden from... Okay. you tried to show me this show. I literally couldn't get through more than 3 minutes of it. It was too brutal.
It was very brutal, and this guy lives it every day. He's like Black Hat if Black Hat was like Willy Wonka. He is Willy Wonka, but for like jails. This is what this guy is. He is hilarious.
Okay, so why do you like him?
He's a fucking nutcase. I love him. He's hilarious.
Oh my god.
Never seen this, so.
You are mentally disturbed.
Design-wise, not at all my type, so.
Yeah. But yeah, he's just a fun pick. Like, I just find him incredibly appealing and fun to watch. So eventually I grow feels. Do I need to explain these two?
I don't think you need to explain these two.
No, you don't.
But which one, if you could only pick one, which one do you choose? It's that
Brawny,
it's that one
I can't make that decision. They did that whole song. It's so hard. They did a whole song.
They did multiple songs. Ninja Brian always gets the girl.
Yeah, I guess that's how it would end up, wouldn't it? You gotta follow the formula, I suppose. I mean, what are you supposed to do when Danny Sexbang gets killed for the millionth time?
So Sears going for Danny.
I do love Danny, but I feel like I'm extending my affection for like him on Game Grumps to like the Danny Sexbang character, which we're just kind of analyzing the character.
Okay, so you're gonna give Ninja Brian a chance?
Well, I don't know the character then. I don't know the character. I just look at the person / I guess design of this character that he's created here, Danny.
I might go Ninja Brian just because I know he can warp reality and time.
Everyone in the band has an STD except for me.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so Brawny, you're gonna really relate to this guy.
Yeah, tell me about this guy.
This is Darth Sion. He is the Lord of Pain. He's a Sith Lord whose body is just like burnt, bashed. You see it, decrepit. The only thing keeping it together is the dark side of the Force, which he pulls off by being just super pissed off 100% of the time. This guy is you. The only thing that's keeping you together is sheer willpower. This guy. I will say, when I was younger and I played the game, he scared me. I didn't like having to play interactions with him, but as I got older, I found him way more fascinating and more interesting and, of course, more appealing. And what's really cool is that in the game, if you play a female character, he kind of just falls in love with you. And, I believe at the end, sorry, spoilers for everybody, for Knights of the Old Republic 2, which I hear people don't even like this game, so whatever. At the end, he's just, confronting you, and if you say the right things, he eventually just dies on his own because he's like, oh no, I feel something else other than rage and hatred. I feel love towards you, and now my body, I can't keep it together, and he dies.
Jeez,
isn't that true love right there?
I wish that were me. That sounds good. Alrighty then. Skullmageddon. I've never seen this thing before. This is literally the first time I've seen this.
It's from the game Double Dragon. Double Dragon Neon. I have this game. It's a fighting game. He's the one that kidnaps your girlfriend. But I would be the girlfriend that'd be like, nah, this is cool, fam.
Okay, so why do you like him?
Same reason I like all the other skeletons on this freaking list. I think he's really freaking cool. He's like a Papyrus from if you do the Underfell, but also mix it with some look at that hat. What is that? He's got a really cool design and his
hats.
Yeah, you do. You could cosplay Skullmageddon.
I guess so. Maybe then you'd find me attractive.
I find you plenty attractive, honey. This is just a pure fantasy list. Okay.
Is
Stop judging me.
Like Skeletor, but competent, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, he accomplishes his goals. His only goal, because this goofy-ass game, was for him to kidnap
Heather, let me ask you a curious question here. If you could only pick one skeleton from this list, which would it be?
I might say Underfell Papyrus, because he'd be, way fun. And, I mean, because Skeletor is kind of a hoe. I mean, I love him, but a hoe be a hoe. And, Skullmageddon, he's a little pokey.
Gojillion and Archer going, Heather, I think you have a thing for bones. Or a bone problem.
I sure have. She could throw me a bone.
Okay, Alistair, from Has-Been Hotel.
Everyone likes us a little edgy asexual.
Yes.
Serpentious.
Yeah.
Yes.
Silly baby girl
Heather, would you
syndrome.
like to go
What
do a
silly guy.
sex with me?
Why would we do a sex together? Exactly. He's hilarious.
I love him. I love Serpentious.
You're seeing a lot of the same characteristics just going around with some of these. Like, they're all like Cobra Commander in a form, one way or the other.
Yeah, pretty much.
There is definitely a trend.
Paladin says, Heather, you need to play River City Girls. I don't know what that is. I think it's a fighting game.
I don't know what it is.
Is Dry Bowser on this list? We'll find out. We're almost done. Okay, you're Zestial, the guy that had 2 lines?
Yes. And he
more
had
than
parts
2.
in a song. He had more than 2. He's really cool. He's like freaking Jack Skellington, but evil.
Jack Skellington was evil. Did you not watch that movie?
He was misguided. Also, I'm not into Jack Skellington. I'm into Zestial.
How are you into all these skeletons, but not the skeleton?
He doesn't do it for me.
Crazy Horse says,
Too
yes,
whiny.
Alistair, I love him.
We all do, baby.
Okay, Vortex.
Is he a werewolf?
Like, he's from a Hell of a Boss. He's a hellhound. He's someone with a human disguise. Like, they say, get you a man who can do both. Look at him. Wolf form, human form, hot both times around. Look at that.
Absolutely.
You know something, though?
Okay,
I guess I can see it because at least he seemed like a decent dude.
Yeah, he was a nice guy. He was great. I love him.
Yeah,
He's
I mean,
also
as far
hot.
as...
And hot.
Yeah. Let's see
I like
here.
werewolves.
Gang Orca. Okay, we found now Seer is freaking.
Come on.
I don't even want to Seer, like that noise you just made. I don't even want to describe it because your boyfriend's gonna kick the frick out of me if I do. God Almighty, control yourself. You're on air.
I was laughing. What the fuck do you mean?
It didn't sound like a laugh. Okay,
I
why
covered my
Gang
mouth
Orca?
so it wasn't as loud.
So
That
Gang
was just
Orca,
it was just surprised me. That's funny.
I like Gang Orca. He's a nice guy. Like, I love that when we first get introduced to him, it's like ranked number whatever on heroes that look like villains. He looks like a mafia lord, but he's just a guy who also has an orca head. And he's really cool, but also kind of intimidating. And I like, the more I learn about him, like, you hear that he always wants to do demonstrations at aquariums, and he really likes kids, but kids are afraid of him because he's really fucking scary. And he's like a really good pro hero. He's just really awesome. I would marry him. This is a wholesome one. He has end goals. You could marry this guy.
I do like Gang Orca. I do like Gang Orca quite a lot. He's a good guy. He's a good character.
He's great. He's awesome.
You know something? I do like the way he disciplines kids. It's very Brawny core. As in something I would do and have done. There's nothing I take great pleasure in kicking the frick out of teenagers.
Yeah, especially if you got a Bakugo in your class.
Oh God, yeah. I beat the Bakugo out of Bakugos. It's the lizard, another lizard. What's this, number 6?
Nerdy lizard guy, misguided, but loyal to a fault. Like, he doesn't even know why he's on the wrong side of the war anymore. He's just being loyal to the people that he knows. And he's just kind of like going with it. I feel bad for him, but also I like him. He's clearly just the way he is because he's been mistreated and hasn't been given much guidance.
Not super my taste, but still a good design.
Yeah, I like him.
Yoshi's saying a Brawny core trademark.
Yeah, you gotta trade him like that.
All right. Oh, what Heisenberg?
Do I need to explain? Need to explain?
Yes, you do need to explain.
No, she doesn't. No, she doesn't.
Need to explain. What?
She does
You
not
guys
need
aren't
to
into.
explain.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, like, come on, Eisenberg. I mean, I know we were all about, Lady Dimitrescu, but like, I love this like this scraggly middle-aged man who's like got Magneto powers. I love the way he talks. It's goofy, but cool at the same time. Like, I don't know where the vocal direction for this character came from. Why does he talk the way he talks?
Sinister, that's what it is.
I know. He just kind of like, yeah, Ethan Winters, welcome. He talks like a freaking tech mogul. I don't know what's going on with him, and I want to know. I want to know more about him. He's hot.
I love
like
this
him.
comment. Harmon says Heisenberg has the hobo cowboy chic.
Hell the fuck yeah, he does. He does kind of look like a homeless guy, but you know, in a good way.
Yeah.
The voice direction of Heisenberg was very possibly okay. What if we weren't 100% sure if Dr. Facilier was evil or not?
Really? That's what we're going with?
I don't know. All right, I do believe we're almost at the list here. That's the list.
That's the end. So, Brawny, I think you could totally cosplay Eisenberg.
I could, yeah. Alrighty, God, that was exhausting. Cosplay. I am exhausted now. I gotta go build a bookshelf. Gojillion says Heisenberg, he looks nothing like Bryan Cranston. Okay, so God almighty, what did we learn tonight? Heather...
What did you learn?
I learned that Heather needs therapy. I learned that I cannot compare. I will never stack up to Ven Gon.
That's not true.
Have no idea why she settled for me. None of
my dream men are real.
My pronouns are just he because I will never be him.
Aw. Don't say that.
I like that one.
So I have no idea. Uemasodel saying Heather is like my sister in the Discord. Oh God. This was mentally and emotionally and physically and spiritually taxing. I'm probably going to have nightmares tonight. Seer, can you recommend me any therapists? Actually, no, I don't want you recommending me any therapists. I doubt your taste in therapists.
I don't have one anyway. I probably need one.
You're Seer, I don't think your tastes are as bad as Heather's, but you're not far behind.
Well, you have no idea.
You are dating Emerald after all.
You bitch.
Shut up. You're dating
Brawny.
Brawny.
I don't think you understand. If I made a list like this, some of my picks would absolutely throw you into a different universe. You would be like, okay. I'm done with this call. I'm leaving.
Last night we talked a little bit about your picks on Heather's stream, and
yes, Elden Ring.
Were those like the normal ones? Because like I said, one of those dudes didn't seem all that bad.
Yes. Those were the normal ones. Well, normal-esque.
Crazy Horse saying, just remember, Brawny, at the end of the day, you love her. Yes, that is true. And Cosmin Spirit says, go see Dr. Wolf. He's good. No, the frick he's not. Dr. Wolf has never in his life... Dr. Wolf could not handle this conversation. Dr. Wolf would have literally thrown up and left within the first 5 minutes of this stream. Paladin, is it Brawny? Are you going to have dreams of Heather stepping on you? The frick? What? Okay, and no dry Bowser. Okay, so I'm just gonna end this. I'm just going.
You need to have a lie down.
I need to go finish whatever alcohol we got in this house. Heather, do we have any alcohol left in this house, or did you frickin' drink it?
There's still plenty around.
I don't even drink, guys. I'm straight edge. I need a frickin' drink right now. All right, so thanks everybody who tuned in. I hope you had fun. Heather, did you have a good birthday this weekend? Because that's what this is all about, really.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, there's my last birthday gift to you, Heather. The last shred of my sanity.
Aww.
Being able to torture you on stream, that's the birthday gift.
Yeah, that's a lot of people's favorite pastime. Anyway, yeah, once again, thanks to everybody who tuned in. I hope you had fun. We're very grateful for you. We're very grateful to everybody who supports especially on the $10 and up tier, such as Heather herself. There's also Shady Oak, Autoknight, Emerald, Spencer, Senko, DJ, Rain, Billy, Alden, Kanto, Mr. Sonic, Alicia, Calbic, StarChaser, VentureCorp, Willyzin, Icanus, Vulpecula, Raptor's Talon, Jimmy, Yoshi, and Dark Malcontent. Check out all their links in the description. And I don't like the way Emerald worded that last message of his. Straight edge Brawny is about to get less straight. Would you mind rephrasing that, please? I think I'm going to go beat up my fiance, guys. I'll catch you all later. Stay safe. God bless. We'll see you next week. Have a good night. Say good night, ladies.
Have a good night.
Yeah. Oh my god.